am I healthy enough for exercise? I feel like that's kind of an interesting one you could talk about.
If you're asking that question, you should see a doctor before you start
Oh,
exercising.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
That is. I thought you were going to
it's
be like, no, everyone can exercise. It doesn't
no.
matter what.
If you're
Oh
having,
my God, dude. That is such a crazy answer. Go to the doctor.
if you're having,
Bro, oh
if
my
you're,
God.
I don't mean that in a mean way.
No, I know what you're trying to say.
If you're asking yourself, am I healthy enough in
If
any
you're
way,
asking
shape, or
Google, if you're asking Google,
yeah, am I healthy enough to exercise, then I would recommend you should see a doctor to
and
figure
ask
out.
them first.
And they're like, okay,
Okay.
this is what.
That was such a crazy.
Hey guys, it's Baylor and Alex, and welcome to the podcast.
Why don't I get to say anything?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're
All
live.
right.
We're
Yeah,
live. We're live. Dude, so I mean, I guess we're starting, but
just go. Yeah.
one of the podcasts I listen to, it's Through the Wire, and they're just an NBA podcast. I really like them, but every episode they start with Through the Wire, and I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Do they sing it together?
No, it's just one guy.
Okay.
One guy, Kenny, says, "Welcome back." Or no, it's not always Kenny. It's like any of them will say, "Welcome back to Through the Wire," and then this guy, oh, this is going to be bad. His YouTube name is Pee Wee the Plug. I think anyways, Pierre maybe. He says Through the Wire. It's so sick. It's not. I mean, but it's memorable.
Yeah.
We need something like that.
We need some tags. Well, it's on some of the TikTok stuff for the endings, whatever. I found this song that I love, and Lauren was listening to one of my TikToks this past week, and it was playing, and she started singing it. I go, "Do you like the song?" She goes, "Yeah, it's pretty catchy," and it's literally like
See?
3 seconds long.
That's what we need, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean, I know we have you have your intro thing, but like we gotta have a saying or something that we say every time.
Okay. We can
because guess what? Whenever this thing blows up in like 28 years, we need people to walk up to us and be like, "I got you back," or something stupid like that, you know?
Yeah, we can figure it out. No, I like it's what is it called? It's like it's not like a tagline, but it'd be like tag branding or music branding.
Yeah.
It's kind of the idea.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we can figure it out. Something for sure.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
what's the first thing that comes to mind? Go.
Like a tagline of what to say. Dude, I'm not good at stuff off the cuff like this. I'm very much I have to really think about it, unless it just kind of sometimes it'll pop up pretty quickly. But.
Hold your drink, take a seat. It's time to start the pod.
So you're much better at this. That's fine. Yeah,
it works.
Cool. It works. But one thing that we are going to do today is this will be a new segment of the podcast, and we could do a jingle for this. We need to think of a name for it. But we've got trivia questions today, and it's
woo! I love trivia. I'm a big trivia fan.
Yeah, so it's the questions. I put them on all right. What would be the name for this section? That's the question. So it's not just food. It's food, drink. It's just I don't know, just questions this or that or multiple.
Just general knowledge.
Yeah,
I think this one I'm blanking, so we'll have to debate.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be a section, and it's just to kind of give a brief breakdown of it, and then we're just going to go right into it. I think I have 6 questions. I asked 6 questions on the Edge Instagram stories, and for example, the first one's like Chick-fil-A or Cane's, like either or, like pick it.
Classic.
And Cole and I are going to just try to not only pick which one was more voted for, but then also try to get a percentage a little bit based on the numbers, which is going to be a little challenging because as far as the amount of people that voted, I guess I can look up when we're done because I don't want to cheat. Lauren mocked this up for us. So I've got an Excel spreadsheet up here. It says the question, and then on another tab, it has the answer. So we're just going to go through this. And if you want to play along, you can not only play along while listening to the pod, but next time that I post the questions, you can answer the questions. A lot of people actually did it. People like answering stuff on Instagram stories. Like,
yeah, yes. Of course they do.
Yeah.
They like to see, I mean, you like to see how your opinion holds up with everyone else's, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you're one of the bottom ones, you kind of feel special. And then if you're one of the top ones, you're like, see, I knew it would be the top. And then if you're in the middle, it's like, kind of feels bad, you know?
I think we should also just start calling people out on their terrible opinions.
That's what I think.
Yeah, just really, and then whenever I put the clip up, just tag everyone. Just
I
to,
know.
why am
It's
I
not
tagging this?
anonymous, guys. So if you
Yeah.
think it is, maybe you should stop.
Yeah, none of it's anonymous. All right, let's do this thing. First question: Chick-fil-A or Cane's? We'll just. I'll go first, then you'll go. It'll just be easier to do it that way every single time.
Did you say I'll go first?
You'll go first. You go first, and I'll go first. Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah, because I asked the question. So yeah.
I'll go first. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I got it now. Okay. I don't know. Personally, Cane's, but probably popular opinion would be Chick-fil-A. So I'm going like 72% Chick-fil-A.
72 Chick-fil-A. Okay. I think it's along the same lines. I don't know. Cane's and Chick-fil-A are kind of an in between because I feel like Cane's a little naughtier because you're getting only fried and then fried fries, whereas at Chick-fil-A I get a chicken sandwich and then a
What?
grilled chicken sandwich. So I think it's a little bit. It's two sandwiches. I don't know.
Whatever. If you're ordering the grilled chicken sandwich, you're just wrong. You have no taste opinion. You shouldn't be answering this poll.
Yeah, I
Reveal
kind of
the answers.
even though I order a grilled chicken sandwich, I kind of agree with you. I just do it because I was like, I can't eat two fried things, right? All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
So my answer is Chick-fil-A. Percentage wise, I'm gonna go 75-25.
Oh, that's too close to mine, but whatever. Reveal.
All right. 61 Chick-fil-A,
Ooh,
39
that's closer.
Cane's. That was close.
Closer.
All right,
Okay.
so you win that round.
Yes,
It is closer than I thought it would be. Nice. And we'll have to
That's
go back.
weird. That's interesting.
Let me actually, I can do this during it. I can go look at, now that we've answered the one, I'll go to my thing and then we can look at total numbers because I think it gives it more of a perspective. All right, here we go. So we have total number wise, there was 20 votes for Chick-fil-A and
Nice.
13 for Cane's.
Okay, cool.
33 total votes. All right. Question number 2 goes along the same lines here. Chick-fil-A, these aren't all food. Chick-fil-A sauce or cane sauce? This one could be a bit trickier, I think.
I mean, it's obviously Cane's, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
I don't like Chick-fil-A sauce that much. I don't know. Like, do you have an opinion? I don't really like it. I'm not going to lie.
I do like Chick-fil-A sauce. I have a routine with Chick-fil-A. Whenever I eat my grilled chicken sandwich, which everyone should get, I'm kidding, I use either barbecue sauce or buffalo sauce. And then with my spicy chicken sandwich, 100% I'm dipping in Chick-fil-A sauce. Dipping my sandwich.
Okay. I feel like the answer is cane sauce, but I don't think it's very far apart. So 59% Cane's.
Cane sauce. Preference-wise, I prefer Cane's over Chick-fil-A too. Voting-wise on this, I think Chick-fil-A is going to win again. Unpopular opinion based on my opinion, but let's go 55 Chick-fil-A. All right, here we go. Ooh, cane sauce coming in at a winner at 71%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
It should be higher, actually. It should be like 90%, but
I think it's fair. I should have voted. I thought it should be tighter. But cane sauce had 25 votes and Chick-fil-A had 10. 71%, 29. All right.
Cane's deserves it. It's not even close. I got it the other day. It was delicious.
Yeah. The hack is to get Chick-fil-A arcane sauce and just have it left over. I've tried to make it at home. It's just not the same. Like I've made the exact recipe that's been copycatted.
Leaked. Yeah, or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe it's the mayo that I use. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Qdoba or Chipotle?
I'm a Qdoba fan, but I feel like Chipotle has it. I like Qdoba because free queso, dude.
Free queso.
You cannot beat free queso. I don't care about the taste of anything else. Free queso is elite. Chipotle, 78%. I think it's gonna kind of dominate.
I mean, one thing you do have to consider in these questions too is what is the audience of the Instagram? And
I know.
Yeah. We talked about it before when we've done stuff like this. So mainly younger kids.
Yeah. Are we doing is it like middle school through college kind of vibe?
Yeah. Well, I'll look on this one on who is voting, and I'll kind of give you an age range because similar people voted. Because sometimes it is parents. The parents do it on the Instagram. Yeah. I'm gonna say so. I prefer Chipotle over Qdoba as a personal preference. I've loved them both. I'll smack both of them at any time. And I say voting wise, I I think Qdoba is going to actually win here based on the demographic. And I'm going to go
Really?
70-30.
Jeez. All right. We are very far apart. I hope I win.
Yeah, you're better on.
Am I 2 for 2 right now?
Yeah.
I guess.
Qdoba wins at 56% to 44.
Ooh, okay, it's tight.
Pretty tight.
It's
Okay.
tight. It's tight.
Let's look at, let's see.
How many were there? 5, 6 questions?
There's 6, so we're on number 3.
We're not going to. If we tie, I'm going to be so mad. Go ahead.
This one was
Next one.
This was a 20-16, which is interesting. These votes keep changing. Like people just like, I don't like that food question. I'm gonna skip it. Like, what?
Nah, that's kind of based. I get that.
All
It's
right,
like whatever.
Okay, let's look at the demographic here. I would say, yeah, most of these are. There's some college kids in here. College kids. Yeah, most of these are. I would say, yeah. I know some of the guys my age are in here as well. Some of the guys my age from high school. So this does have a range on it. College, younger
whatever.
kids. Okay, number 4. Sorry.
That took you so long.
Well, the reason is I'm using the tabs over here for the answers and questions, but then I'm also like I'm pulling it up on my phone, so I'm not clicking the correct tab because I'm looking at my phone now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not cheating either because I was doing terrible and then percentages. Okay, even though I think I've gotten the stuff right though as far as what's the most. All right, pasta or pizza?
Pizza, right? I mean, like, because when you think of pasta, you don't immediately think of like mac and cheese, right? That's a pasta.
Technically, yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like pizza is going to be the overwhelming favorite. Like 80%.
80% pizza? Okay.
80% pizza.
I've got to get some points here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go on the other side of it. I'm gonna go with pasta, and I'm gonna go. Let's just go 60-40. Keep it simple.
That's such a terrible answer.
All right.
It just
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm actually more confident in you saying that than like.
It's just such a terrible.
Oh,
answer.
it was the opposite. All right, pizza won 58-42.
Okay.
I prefer pizza
Sorry,
over. No, it's just fine.
You prefer what? Pizza
I like
or
pizza.
pasta?
I'd rather have pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So that's 2 votes, and you picked pasta.
Well, I didn't vote. I didn't either.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't vote either. So.
All right, now this is coming out of food. This is nice.
All right.
Would you rather watch football or watch basketball? And I didn't say like any preference or whether it's college, whatever. Just watch football, watch basketball.
For me, it'd be basketball. It's a little more high paced, stuff going on. I feel like, I don't know, football. Like, I understand if you pick football, if you have a higher appreciation for football, but for me, I don't have that higher appreciation for football. So, basketball.
All right. So you think which one was the most?
Oh, I forgot that was the next. I thought we were still on food. My bad. My brain is so gone this week.
Yeah, it's
like
Wednesday.
So I've been like sort of sick.
Yeah.
And my mind is all over the place. Anyways, okay. Let me back up and actually answer the question. So I just gave my personal preference. I think the actual answer is football, and it's going to be 54%.
Football 54. Yeah, I would prefer to watch basketball as well. I would say I enjoy watching the NBA, even though it's kind of crazy. I just like how freak athletes they are. Like that's why
they're
NBA.
insane, dude.
Yeah, there's sometimes a lack of defense. I guess,
bro, have you seen Wemby though?
No,
he's been going crazy in preseason. We don't have to talk about it too much, but oh my god, the dude's going to be a freak.
Well,
I know we're talking about NBA later, right?
Yeah, so we'll come back to it.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely. That'd be good. So I think. So I prefer basketball. Voting wise, I think football won. What did you say percentage?
I said 54. I made it close.
All right. I think it's going to be football in the 70s. I'm just throwing terrible answers out
That's
here.
That's fine. No, I think that's probably more accurate.
Hey, I got one. Football 76, basketball 24.
Oh my god. Maybe because it's football season.
Yeah, that's
People
true.
are biased.
Yeah, I can do that true. All right, this is the last question, and we've got preference.
It's 3-2 right now, too. By the way, so if you get this, I'm gonna be angry. Yes.
Oh,
I'm keeping track.
I'm
gonna be angry.
Okay. Gatorade, Powerade or Prime, which we might have asked this question
a
before.
3-way split.
Yeah.
I think Gatorade still wins. I think it's Gatorade Prime, Powerade, and I think it's Gatorade by 40%. Do you want me to guess all three?
Sure.
Gatorade 40, Prime 25. I have to add this up.
15.
No. 15.
No.
Gatorade, you know what? Gatorade 45,
Mm.
Prime 25, Powerade 20.
Okay.
Is that math?
Don't ask me, dude.
I don't think that works either.
It may have been
Whatever.
5 for me,
Whatever. 45% Gatorade. Go.
Okay, I think Gatorade wins as well. I think I agree with your order. So this is going to be a percentage breakdown here. So it's Gatorade, Prime, Powerade. Percentage wise, I'm going to put the Prime and the Gatorade pretty tight. So I would say, I guess I'd have to go like 40, 35, 25, if that maths out.
Sure. I don't think it does. I think we're so bad.
Whoa. It doesn't
Why are
even,
we
it doesn't
so
even,
bad at math?
doesn't even matter how bad our math is. Gatorade 78.
Oh God.
Whoa. 78 with 28 votes. There's so many more votes at the end of this. What is going on? People just
They
skip
liked
through.
it, man. Yeah.
All right, so Gatorade's 28 votes, Powerade 3 votes, and then Prime 5. So
Yeah.
78, 8, and 14. All right, Gatorade.
I mean, Prime's
man.
new, right? Like, it's gonna be less
Yeah,
just because of how new it is.
I don't know. A lot of my kids that are training currently, they'll bring Primes into training and have it and sip on that during practice, like workout. So it's interesting.
Is that bad? Is that bad, Mr. Sports Health Man?
No, I mean the Prime's pretty low sugar. The whole hydration whole conversation is pretty big. I don't know.
That's a rabbit hole. We don't have to go down it, but
I don't want to.
You know what? Give a blanket statement. Just a generalized blanket statement about what you should drink during your workouts.
What you should drink water. Just water.
Great. Moving on, folks.
I will extend that a little bit. So just water in the sense of you really don't, unless you haven't like eaten all day, whatever, or it's early in the morning, you really don't need especially if you're drinking like regular Gatorade, you don't need the extra sugar or glucose unless you're playing a crazy long game. Like it's not necessary for performance in a lot of ways.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Next.
Well, let's just go ahead and go in the NBA stuff. I think this would be a good little segue. Okay. Even though we have more food stuff later, we're just going to ping back and forth. So go with your guy. What is? I don't even recognize his name.
What?
Sorry, I'm going to look.
Are you serious?
Look
him up right now. Victor, and then I'm not going to be able to spell this. Wembenyama. Just put Victor W. Yeah, of course.
Who's he play for? Spurs.
Yeah. So
he tall.
Yeah. Hey,
7'4".
That's what we're going to talk about. So he is the most hyped prospect since LeBron James.
Okay.
Like since LeBron James.
How have I not seen this guy at all?
I don't know. That's what is really throwing me off right now. Honestly, it's kind of pissing me off just a little bit. That's just a little bit that you haven't heard of him.
I'm looking at the thing. He's 19. He's 7'4". I mean,
dude.
He is huge.
Yes.
And plays for the Spurs. Is this his rookie year?
Yeah. So he has been playing professionally in France for like the last 2 or 3 years, and he's just been dominant. He handles the ball like a guard. He can shoot 3-point. Like he's like a 40% 3-point shooter, which is insane. And he can like guard down low in the post. He's just like a freak athlete.
Oh, okay.
And so last year during the NBA season, it was Tank City. Everyone was trying to be awful just to draft Victor Wembanyama. And oh my God, dude, he's an absolute freak. And people just, they hype people up. You hype up a prospect and then you just don't know how he's actually going to turn out, right?
Right.
And in the 2 preseason games he's played, he looks insane. Now it's preseason, so defense is kind of less, right?
Right.
And even the regular season defense is less, but it's still a step up. So people are really excited to see what he can do this year.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm gonna make sure I pull this up. I want to see some of his highlights that's going on.
Dude, he's crazy. He is insane. He can dribble the ball. Like, that's the craziest thing is his handle.
Okay. Yeah,
Bro has got a bag, man.
I'll definitely have to look him up. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I don't know. Again, I don't know how. I mean, I spent a decent amount of time on TikTok and just watching stuff and have not seen his face at all. So
Unreal.
that's
Dude,
interesting.
he's going to be insane. He gained like 25 pounds before he started
Yeah, I was looking at
playing.
I was looking up his weight too. He looks pretty skinny. I mean, he's
He
7'4",
is.
so but he
Yep.
was 209 pounds.
Yeah. You should look up some of his workout stuff that he's been doing, because people this is what I hear. You never know what's right and wrong, but people are like, this is why he's going to be sustainable long term. And it's because he's doing a lot of, this is literally just what I watched. It seems like he's doing a lot of stretching work and a lot of like mobility type functioning stuff, and not as much like powerlifting, gaining a bunch of weight kind of deal. So I don't know the science behind that. We can like set that up for another time, another pod, but people are really hoping that he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I'm watching stuff like right now. Yeah, I mean it's the same. It's some of this like this is perfect because I posted a video too. I have to do the third one, the follow up. One of the guys I follow, he posted a video about Anthony Davis's new workout, and it seems like he's doing some newer stuff. They posted on ESPN, I guess, in August, and the guy that I follow posted a video and gave me an idea, and his video blew up, but it was because of controversial stuff, not the direction that I took it.
Yeah,
and I basically talked about, is this the workout that's going to take Anthony Davis past the part where he's always injured? If you look at the comparison of his size to LeBron James and how many injuries he's had in longevity, what's the difference that they're doing?
yeah.
And I haven't necessarily answered the question. I have a little bit, but his workouts that I'm seeing here look very similar to more so what Anthony Davis is doing as far as mobility, more I hate saying functional movement.
See, that's what they all described it as, and I was like, I mean, I guess I get it. It seems like a lot of like flexibility type work, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that one of this is one way to describe some of the stuff he's doing. It's in range of motion strengthening.
That's what it is. It's the range of motion type work.
Yeah, so like with basketball, for example, or for him, for example, he's going to have, because he's so long, he's going to have different leverage points or a different center of gravity. So because of that, he's going to be more prone for injury, and he's going to have there's a lot going on. He doesn't want to get too big either because the impact on his joints. But it's just more so training, more sports specific, less bodybuilding. Yeah. It's a whole thing. But yeah,
you should do a deep dive into Zion Williamson too,
because he was so big. You know, I could do that off the cuff right now. Well, he's
just heavy.
Well, big for his height and age for an extended period of time of being younger. But one of the bigger issues, you could just watch how he would walk, and there was just out of the gate right there. His gait was out of the gate there. The gait, his walking gait showed a lot of where he was probably lacking in hip strength, lacking in mobility, and that over time with the amount of power that he had, just is not going to equate to longevity. Just not.
That's so interesting. Hey, you should become a professional sports athlete trainer. I know you do some, but you should like market yourself to these NBA, NFL, MLB guys.
I mean, it's something that could be down the road. Nah, it's such a, I don't know. It's something like, I don't know. I like the kids. I'm usually like more of the base. Not that I couldn't do that style of training. It's not super super difficult to do that kind of training.
That's a challenge, man. No. That's a challenge.
I will make a video about this. So I do like the stuff you're showing me here. I will make a video on that.
Yeah, sure. You should, because Wemby, he's hot stuff. Wemby.
Yeah. Well, so going back to I'll just answer it on the podcast now, and then I'm going to do a video. Did you see the ones I talked about? How?
Yeah.
So LeBron's longevity has been great, and he's about the same size as Anthony Davis. Like they're
pretty
similar.
He's a few inches shorter, I guess. But
so when I looked it up on Google, I think Davis was 6'10", LeBron 6'9". So you got an inch.
Really?
It could be 2.
Are they really that close? Yeah, that's true. You never know how they list them. Do you know KD is listed at like 6'9"?
He's definitely taller than that.
He's like 7 foot. People have shown photos. Yeah, anyways.
I could also think that Anthony Davis might be 2 inches taller than LeBron, but When I Googled it, it
Yeah,
said,
yeah. I got you.
and then about the same weight again when I Googled it. I think Anthony Davis put some size on. But the legitimate answer, besides training overall, the reason that LeBron James has had such longevity in comparison to Anthony Davis is he just sprints harder more often. And he's done that his entire life.
Yeah, I saw that answer, and it feels too simple to be true, right?
Yes. But there's other factors obviously as well. But if you look at, and I put up some videos in that video, it's on the TikTok if you want to go watch it. It's if you watch LeBron his earlier years, just when he was sprinting, he was moving. Now, yes, obviously he probably is genetically faster, which is fine. But with Anthony Davis at the college level, a lot of times he just was so long in comparison to the guys he was playing against. He could get away with just like, oh, I'm going to grab the ball, go over here. I don't need that speed, because when you look at sprinting harder more consistently, the amount of impact per step and the amount of force you have to absorb to cut and change direction is way higher than anything you're going to squat or deadlift. So over time, that builds up just natural strength through those ranges, through those motions, so that you're going to be less injury prone. And it sounds like, oh, that's too simple, but it's kind of the truth. Sprinting harder more often. He gives more effort. Not really, but in a sense, kind of. It sounds stupid, but yeah, that's it.
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like sprinting also would cause tendency for injuries, right?
As long as you're not overdoing it, as long as there's so many variables in that question, but here's a good way of putting it. Let's say you took a 50-year-old that hasn't sprinted since they were 30 or 20, sprinted hard, and you took that 50-year-old and you're like, all right, you're going to do deadlifts, you're going to do squats, you're going to do a full body weightlifting workout, and then and then you're going to see how, and nothing super heavy, but just a good amount of weight, and then the next day we're going to see how sore you are. Then a week later, we're going to have you do 10 really hard sprints. The one that's going to make them the most sore overall, as long as you're giving high effort, is the sprints, not the weightlifting.
That's so weird.
If you're sprinting,
we got to try that sometime. You want
to make a 50-year-old sprint?
No, me.
You?
Yeah, I haven't sprinted in a while. I mean, I've run, but I've never like pushed myself to that just absolute limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, even the issue is there's a risk of just in one of those sprints pulling a hamstring pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because of the force, but
I think we should do it, man. It's kind of fun.
It's not great. At 100% effort, it's not the best. You have to ease into it.
Well, yeah. That's not what I'm not saying right after this, I'm about to go outside and sprint on the blacktop, but I'm saying like we do one day of just so much exercise, everything else but sprinting. And then the next 2 days later, a bunch of sprints.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of goes along the point of what I'm saying is like, if you were to like squat, deadlift, bench, as long as you aren't doing anything super stupid, heavy, excessive, you're probably not going to get injured. But sprinting, if you might get in after like 2 or 3, even with the warm up.
See, but that's what I was just saying is how does sprinting not lend itself to injury when you just said it actually leads to less injury over time?
Great question. Because they're doing it so consistently. Right. So like if you're consistently doing something, that consistency over time and that frequency is going to allow you to be able to do it at a high output. On top of the fact that muscular strength in the fashion of like lifting weights in one plane of motion, like up and down, just in that simple plane of motion, is going to deteriorate slower than the actual explosive movement when it comes to sprinting. It gets really technical. This could be an hour conversation.
Yeah, I can tell.
For sure.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So kids, blow your hamstrings out and you're going to be better for it. All right.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
That's it. All right. Next topic.
Here we go. Advice. That's the fitness advice for the day.
I like that. I think I'm going to try that after this.
That's how this is going to be so mean. And I mean this in the nicest way. There was always the running joke in CrossFit that the best way to get your back to be stronger is to blow your back out by doing really heavy movements wrong. And then you just recover and do it again.
Yeah. See, that sounds sick.
Yeah, that's how you get stronger. Blow your back out, recover from that, and do it again. And your back's going to be really big. That's how you do it.
All right. Next topic.
Next
Glad we
topic.
figured that one out.
All right, I've got. Let's go. I'm gonna. This is an option. It's like Wendy's up in here.
Speak.
Yeah.
You said so many words and not a single sentence. When you watch that back, write this timestamp down. It's gonna be insane for you to listen to.
Yes, exactly. All right, you choose. We want to go into our food. Did you write down your 5 foods?
Yeah, of course I did.
All right, let's just go there then.
All right.
All right. So
I think you're gonna like mine. I tried to be not super traditional.
Okay.
So I think you're gonna like mine.
So I asked Cole to write down his 5 absolute favorite meals, like from somewhere specifically, like what would be his top 5, and then I wrote down on my top 5. And the reason that I sent this is I saw this on I love Good Mythical More. They do this with people that work with them on their YouTube channel, and they'll basically bring out, let's say one of them is, let's say it's like chicken parm. They'll go to 4 different locations around the area. One of them is the person's favorite.
Oh, they see if they can like recognize it.
One of them's their favorite, and the other 3 are not. And then Link and Rhett basically eat all 4 of them and see which one they like the most. And then they have a price point on each one, and they see if like how expensive they would choose to eat out, and whether you're a fancy person or not, kind of thing.
Got it.
So what's your 5? What do you got?
Starting from the bottom, obviously. Number 5. Now, this might sound like kind of cop out, but it's not. All beef hot dog and a beer from any ballpark.
Okay, that's fair.
Any ballpark. If
Okay.
it's as long as it's all beef. If it's not all beef, it's gonna be terrible.
We just went to the U of L game,
hot dog,
and we got an all beef hot dog. It slaps.
It's so good, dude. Every time. And maybe it's the setting, it's the timing of it. Like I haven't had one in a while. It just always hits the way I want it to.
Would you prefer that or Costco hot dog? Is that
all beef from the ballpark?
All right, cool. What else you got? This is a good one. I like that answer. It's
Number 4, Mama's Barbecue 10 wings with cornbread and fries.
These are great answers.
It's important that it has cornbread. I love cornbread. It's in my top 10 foods.
Cornbread. How do you prefer
like good cornbread? Like sweet, not Cracker Barrel, not that garbage where it's like salty sort of and gross. I want sweet cornbread.
And how much butter are you putting on said cornbread? Like lathering it?
No, not really. As long as it's good on its own, it's incredible. Like a moist, not dry and like awful kind of you're choking sensation. Moist, sweet cornbread.
Mama's wings are amazing.
They're so good.
They are really good.
They're so good every time.
You might
Mama's Barbecue, not like my mother, the place. Mama's Barbecue.
Yeah, I need to go. I haven't been there in a while. There's a place on the it's called River House. They with every meal they bring out a small cast iron thing of cornbread. It's pretty good. You might like it. I don't know if it lives up to your standards, but it's still pretty good.
And then here's the thing. It's not like I have a high standard for it. It's just it has to be like sweet. And if it's not like it, I'm telling you, go to Cracker Barrel and have their cornbread. Awful. That is not what I'm looking for. Okay. So
gotcha. Yeah. No. And then Lauren was talking about making the waffle. I'm so excited for that. We got to get a waffle
iron.
iron.
That sounded really good.
Yeah. Making cornbread in a waffle iron. Sounds
that
good
does
to me.
sound really good.
All right.
Okay. Number 3. This one's pretty stereotypical, I guess, but Five Guys burger, Cajun fries. It just couldn't leave it off the list, for me. But also, I feel like just any really solid burger. So, like, that's probably the fast food side of things for, like, a burger. But, like, if I get a really nice, like, gourmet burger, thick burger with, like, really good toppings and really good secret sauce, and it's cooked well, it's not dry, it's going to hit.
Yeah. I guess on Lauren's birthday, we were like, I was like, what do you want? We were talking about getting a burger. We went to Five Guys, and dude, it's just cheese and ketchup. That's all I got.
That's all you need. That's all you need, man.
It was so good. On top of the fact, we went to one out in Middletown, and get in the car. We went there together in the car, and we got a large fry, which was unnecessary because the amount of extra fries.
No.
They were
large fries
so
necessary.
crispy. We were in the car, like eating them. Like, this is the best. They were unbelievable. And
Yeah,
usually
man.
they'll kind of be soggy, but man,
Yeah.
that Five Guys, whoo, it
They
hit.
nailed it. Can we get Five Guys to like sponsor this?
We can always try.
Like, who do I got to talk to for that?
I don't know.
I
if
will
you know,
talk.
like-
I will talk about Five Guys every single podcast that we release if you sponsor this.
yeah, we get a free meal a week.
Oh, don't even say that. Like, you're just getting my hopes up.
Just gotta know a GM, I guess. If it's a franchisee, you could basically, if someone franchises it, you might be able to get away with the point of actually getting them to actually. I don't know. I have a place that I'm talking to that is franchising out a new location of something here that I can't talk about yet. That actually might become a sponsor of the podcast.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I had a meeting with him I've had 2 meetings with him, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Number
All
4,
right.
Five
No,
Guys.
That's number
Woo!
2, actually.
No, that was number
I'm
3.
going backwards.
Oh, okay. You had a okay. Good.
Yeah. So it was hot dog, barbecue wings, Five Guys. I have 2 above it. Shogun fried rice. It's
Yeah.
not a meal. It's not a meal, but you add anything to it, I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Steak, chicken, shrimp, whatever you want. I'm there for the fried rice.
So good.
It's just, I eat 2 servings of it sitting there.
Mm.
And if you don't know the servings, it's a whole spatula. It's a lot.
I'm trying to think of like what that would equate to. It's probably, I would say it's, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 cups of full like cooked rice, maybe more than that. It's a decent amount of fried rice for sure.
Down it. 20 minutes.
We need to go back to Shogun.
Dude, how many calories do you think that is? You want to look that up right now?
1 serving?
1 serving.
It's hard to tell because there's a decent amount of butter that they put in that thing, which
Yeah, I know.
definitely
Shogun
crank it compared to
fried
rice.
1
serving?
Calories. Okay.
Man.
Over under here. I'm not looking at it. Over under 500.
Over.
Think so?
1 serving?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty.
This says Shogun hibachi fried rice. 1 serving. 470.
Oh, it was close. Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty good line. But you never know what this actually means as far
Yeah.
as it doesn't really specify. That's the word I'm looking for. Specify how much is in a serving either. It just says 1 serving. So
Okay. It's still, yeah, you're slamming some calories for sure, but it's
anyways.
so good. It's
So that's my number 2 because it's just can't beat it. If you haven't had it, please go try it.
yeah. Well, it's like the stuff that's going to be on my list is all like Louisville local restaurants that if you want to try them, you definitely should go try these out. At least 3 of them are for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know you put yours in. We put yours in order too. All right. What's your
Yeah,
number
man.
1? I didn't put mine.
Number
I didn't put
1.
mine. I couldn't put mine in order. It'd be
That's
impossible. I can try to.
Ooh, that's lame. You should try to at least. So this is the cop out kind of. I put like the perfect steak. And here's the thing. It's super subjective because I've been to Ruth Chris maybe 2 or 3 times. And honestly, it doesn't hit that much. The steak was like sweet, right? But like Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn, they have like so much salt and just like steak seasoning and all that kind of garbage. But sometimes the cut is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. And sometimes the cook is terrible on it. So the inconsistency is high, right? So I kind of just put a perfect steak,
Okay.
whatever that means, you know?
I would say around Louisville, there's 2 that I know of have really good steaks. One of them is Jack Fry's. It's a filet though. I mean,
Never been there.
Jack Fry's phenomenal. And then another place right near the stadium, the Yum Center. It's a place called Repeal. They're both really good. I also I'll make it next time you're in town if you want. I'll make you a really good filet. You get it from Paul's. It's not hard to make it. Just throw butter, garlic, base it up, salt, pepper, boom.
You're speaking my language.
Like
just
butter.
make it, man.
It's easy.
Make it for me. That's my number 1.
I've actually been really tempted to go get a filet. I might do it this weekend, and then you freeze it for like 30 minutes, and then you thinly slice it. I'm gonna make a Philly cheesesteak. Yes, sir. It's so good. You slice it really thin. You do Philly cheesesteak with onions. You get a good hoagie roll.
Yeah.
And you get the provolone cheese, and you smash it and get it all charred up, and you roll it up into a little parchment paper so the the hoagie is on the inside
I
crispy and the
think
outside soft.
here's what we should do, and our boys Cody and Noel do this. They cook together. I think we should like cook, and you have to guide me through the directions
Okay.
of like how you make your recipe, you know, and I'll just do my best to listen to you.
Make it something super complicated.
Yeah. But like you get like 10 words that you can say to me per step or something.
Okay. Okay.
That would be kind of fun. We'll have to do that when we're in person again.
That'd be fun. Philly cheesesteaks. All right, you ready for my list?
Yeah, go for it. Make it in order. I don't care if you're angry about it. Do it.
All right, let me kind of okay, one of my favorite things, if not my most absolute favorite thing in the world, I like a good burger.
Ooh, okay.
I burger over steak every time because I like all
that. Is interesting. Burger
Because
over steak.
You got it's just more. It's more dynamic. You can have bacon that's good. You can have a sauce. You have the meat. You got the bun. I just think
That's true.
To it.
I guess that's true.
Recently found it. I got to go get it again. It's so freaking good, man. I would describe it as it's from Red Hog. So it's a Red Hog burger. It's on Frankfurt Avenue.
Hog.
And they have this burger, and I don't even know how to. The best way to. This is a terrible way of explaining it, but it's almost like a souped up McDonald's burger. Like if you think of like the perfect classic, just smash burger with like really finely cut onions and like cheesy and gooey, and then like you just buy like it's very similar to Five Guys, but just like jacked on.
It sounds delicious.
So good. So Red Hog, that's my number one. Red Hog burger because I love burgers. Number two.
Yeah, come on.
I know what it is, but this is so soft. I could eat it every single day of my life, I think. Chipotle burrito.
That's such a like bold thing to say.
Every day.
That's our next challenge. I know I throw out ideas and we need to start capitalizing on these things.
Okay.
Chipotle for a week.
Just eat Chipotle the entire week?
That's it.
And then see how we
lunch,
feel?
Dinner, every single meal.
I could eat. I think
people do that, dude. I saw a TikTok where this guy was like, I have eaten at Chipotle for the last 30 days every day.
No, there's a bunch of stuff like that where I eat McDonald's for a week or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did it, I would only need to eat 2 burritos a day. Like I would.
That's what I'm saying. One. Yeah. One for lunch or your lunchtime, whenever, and then one for dinner time.
Yeah. So Chipotle.
How would that feel? Honestly, every time. Okay, this is for the listeners at home, not for Brandon. Every time I go to his house, every time, without fail, they are cooking. They are doing something. They are cooking. They are prepping. They are freezing. They are unfreezing. They are pulling out of the fridge. They're putting in the fridge. It is without fail, dude. In the oven, out of the oven, in the microwave, out of the microwave. It's insane. I don't understand. Like, I cook probably every single day, maybe. But these people do it on a whole nother level. How would it feel for a week to not worry about that?
Well, okay, it'd be amazing. And the reason that you guys see us cooking is, so technically I only cook once a week.
And it's the day we come up.
No, when you guys were coming over beforehand, that was I wasn't cooking once a week. Now I'm so busy. I'm coaching so late. I cook once a week. I cook on Sundays. I cook everything, or I have stuff frozen that I reheat.
Okay.
So back in the day, it was also like I cook 1 to 2 times a week. Yeah. But I mean, that's how dude, it's responsibility.
They're crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. And Brandon, how would it feel to just not cook?
It'd be amazing
for a week.
It'd be amazing. Chipotle all week. All right, number 3.
Sorry, I had to. It bothers me, but I love it. It bothers me, but I love it.
You guys came over this past Saturday.
Sunday.
It was Sunday. Well, we weren't cooking then.
That's true.
Yeah. Aha!
Immediately.
You know what's true though? You guys came over and then we did a birthday thing at my parents for Lauren. I was literally cooking that night until 8. So but it's because I have to cook. I cook all of my stuff like in one day, or that's on Saturday. Sometimes I prep because I'm working till 8. I get off.
No, I know.
It's crazy. Okay, number 3 in order. I've only had this once, so it's kind of stupid to say it, but it just like hit so hard. It was so good. You've been to this place, Barvetti, the Italian place we went to.
Yeah.
I tried their pizza for the first time.
Was it good?
It wasn't. It was the Jack's sausage basil pesto pizza. Oh yeah, perfect. Favorite pizza ever.
I'm always scared to like get pizzas at places like that because I just don't know. I just don't know how you can actually elevate it that much past a normal pizza. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll have
And
to
they
go there
did?
again. It was too so good.
And they did.
It was so
They
good.
actually achieved that.
Mhm.
All right, fair enough.
Unbelievable. That's mine. So Barvetti, the Jack's pizza, so good.
Got
I've
it.
been told when we've gone there, they're like, you got to try the
Get the
Jack's pizza, and I never tried it. Never tried it. I finally did. I was like, oh, they were correct. Number 4,
Number 4.
Havana Rumba's clump sandwich. I love it.
Yeah, you all are big fans of
Love it.
Vanarama. I just don't go enough. I feel like I would really dig some stuff there, but I just don't go enough.
Havana Rumba has to be on the list. And then number 5 is not necessarily a meal. I decided I wanted to put one dessert on here, even though I don't get dessert out a lot. It's Ben and Jerry's Americone Dream ice cream. It's
Fair
just
enough.
the epitome of what I want as a dessert. Ice cream. It's really good. Ben and Jerry's. There we go.
So are you more, I mean, clearly it's on your list. You're more of an ice cream than you are like a cookie brownie kind of person?
Well, inside the ice cream, there's brownies.
Yeah, but come on. That's such a cheater answer.
I know, but
pick one, ice cream or cookie brownie or brownies or cookies or whatever.
If it's that ice cream, then yeah. But if you're like, all right, vanilla ice cream or brownie, I'm going to pick a brownie.
Okay. That's fair. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
I guess I did have one other meal on here. It's the sesame chicken from Joy Luck. That was another meal.
Never been there. I've heard about it.
Yeah. I try to make my list a pretty big variety. So I have like Mexican, Cuban, burger, Italian, and then Chinese. So I had a pretty
Dude,
big
is pizza actually Italian?
Yeah. Like a margarita pizza. I mean, certain style.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, is it from Italy? Or did Americans just say it's Italian because it has Italian elements to it? This is me being so ignorant right now.
No,
so
I think it actually, that is one of the things that are Italian. Now there's certain stuff that's been done to pizzas in America that's not Italian.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I know 2 foods off the top of my head that are 100% not Italian. They're Americanized, or they're just made by America. Is chicken Alfredo. Don't get it in Italy. It's not a thing.
Okay, modern pizza, the flatbreads with, I'm sorry, I totally cut you off.
You're good.
With tomato sauce, cheese, and toppings, was born along the western coast of Italy in Naples. Okay, so it is.
But chicken Alfredo, not Italian. Chicken Parm, not Italian.
Okay, interesting.
Those are 2 that I recently they've talked about. But pizza, yes, because the tomatoes, dude. Margarita pizza, there's different styles. So like obviously the Chicago style deep dish pizza.
Yeah,
that's not Italian. Yeah. That's not Italian.
Fair enough.
All.
So that's your 5. Okay.
It's my 5.
I like that you rank them. Thank you for taking a stance.
Yeah, I had to take a. I mean, I just love them all.
Boring, you know.
I could have made a 20 thing. I had some appetizers on here. The croquetas from Havana Rumba. Oh, so many good things. I love food. All right. Well, we're gonna go over. Well, let's go over 1 to 2 more topics. This one I'll let you choose because I didn't really let you choose in the last one. Would you rather Google the most common fitness questions and we kind of pick out ones, and then I'll rapid fire answer them to the best of my ability and in a perfect way? Or now these are completely different topics here.
Okay.
Or would you rather talk about the comparison of media today to books and music in the way that they make you feel and whether they're classics or not? So,
dude, I mean,
completely different.
Really
topics.
Left turn, man.
What? It's what I have on my list.
I like that. Let's save it for another time. Okay. I want to do something fun. So, top fitness questions. I want to see how you answer these. Okay. Right. So, would I be like, should I look up questions or should I just start typing in Google and see what comes up?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Just type them in. We'll see here. I just Googled one. And then I want you to kind of like pick out, oh, this is a good one. I might pick out a couple too. All right. I got one that I'm definitely going to go over.
Okay. I think. Okay.
All right. You got one?
I got one. Dude, I have so many. I actually have so many.
Hit me.
Okay, so I looked up gym questions, and then there's fitness questions that just come up from Google. There's so many. All right,
That's how Google
one
works.
of them says, "Should I skip cardio?"
It's so funny you said that because the one that I typed down that I wanted to answer is strength training better than cardio.
Mm-hmm. Answer
Should
both of those.
Should you skip cardio?
Like, let's say you're doing a week and you're like, man, I'm feeling doing this bench press stuff. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing it.
In a general sense, you need to do both. Like you need to have cardiovascular health for your heart. You need to do both, and the best answer. But people are basically asking that so they don't have to do their cardio.
Oh, exactly. No, I know.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it. You should do both. There should be a combination of the two. But if you had to pick one that without a doubt you did. So I was like, all right, should you either only run, only do cardio, or should you only strength train? If you had to pick one, the correct answer or the best answer for your overall health, longevity, and appearance is going to be strength training.
Really? That's actually shocking. I really thought you were going the other way.
Nope. Because you're still going to get some cardiovascular components of weightlifting.
From doing that, yeah.
Yep, your heart rate's going to go up. You're going to get, as far as like muscle tone, as far as actually just like building muscle, bone density. There's more direct health benefits from strength training in relation to just doing flat out cardio.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you should skip your cardio. Like that's the other question, right? It's like, oh, can I skip my cardio? No, you need to do both. You should do a little bit of cardio too.
Yeah. Next, how busy is the gym?
Too busy.
When's the best time? When's the best time to go? Give one answer. An hour window. For you personally and for people at home. Go.
10 to 11.
Great. Are group fitness classes a priority?
100% no.
So, okay, how about this question? Should I join a group fitness class?
You personally, or just like
anyone, general public?
Give me an example of a group fitness class.
No, you know exactly what a group fitness class is. So answer the question.
You should join it if it's something that you want to do.
Wow, what a terrible answer. Should children lift weights?
Yes, as long as they're excited about it, they're of the age, and they're being
what age? That's what you should like
to do them well. The age. So this is always such a common question. It's a great one.
I feel like you've answered this, but I don't remember.
That's fine. I would say the best time in a very general sense is around the ages of like 9. Like 9 and up is kind of when kids are going to be able to focus enough. They're going to have a little bit more motor control. They're old enough to start learning how to weightlift. It should be very light, and they're going through the ranges of motion and learning the technique. It should never be heavy. 9, if they're not excited to do it, you shouldn't force it upon them either.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I feel like, maybe this is crazy to say, but that should be a blanket statement for anything a kid does. But
unfortunately,
anyways.
it's probably
I know.
Unfortunately, it's not. So they should be excited about it and interested and focused. And you want someone teaching them how to do it well and being able to kind of mitigate any of the mistakes. So yeah.
Okay, I love this question. Am I performing this exercise correctly?
Which one?
That's the question. But I think the question inside of this is, like, if someone's looking up how to do an exercise correctly, I mean, they're going to get kind of a million answers, right? So like, is there actually a good resource to go to, or is it just like, figure it out? The resources. This is when you plug your TikTok, Brandon.
Yeah. Well,
This is when you plug your sports performance page that you talk about stuff.
I don't know if I have enough of direct form and technique stuff on the page for generalized weightlifting to say that I would be the greatest resource. Maybe I should put more of that out. But it can be tricky as far as like knowing how to do a movement well and whether
exactly.
No, you're doing it right. And then what ends up happening is, let's say you learn the technique well. Let's just use deadlifting, for example. It's a big movement. Let's say you start deadlifting, you kind of have your technique in a good place, and then you start getting heavier. So because it's getting heavier, you're going to have compensations of you might have widened your feet up a little bit, Well, that little difference of just widening your feet, it means your hands have to go wider. Well, if your hands go wider, then your hips probably going lower. If your hips go lower, then you might be in a bad position to pick up the bar. And those are the things that can just like cascade
I know.
into, well, that exact question you asked me, am I doing correctly? Well, not to overwhelm you, maybe.
Yeah, I just feel like that's tough. All right, next question. You answered that one. Am I healthy enough for exercise? I feel like that's kind of an interesting one you could talk about.
If you're asking that question, you should see a doctor before you start exercising.
Jesus Christ.
I
thought you were going to be like, no, everyone can exercise. It doesn't matter what you...
If you're having...
Oh my God, dude. That is such a crazy answer. Go to the doctor.
If you're having...
Oh my God.
I don't mean that in a mean way.
No, I know what you're trying to say.
If you're asking yourself, am I healthy enough?
If you're asking Google,
yeah. Am I healthy enough to exercise? Then I would recommend you should see a doctor to figure
and ask
out
them first.
And they're like, okay, this is what.
That was such a crazy answer to that. Okay,
I like it. That's good. Next, let's keep these going. These rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Couple more here.
Does my gym have the right equipment? So how, and I'm going to change this to actually make it something you can answer, but like, how often do you see gyms that have weird equipment or just like non-standard equipment or people using equipment incorrectly?
I feel like most places pretty much, most of the stuff's kind of standardized. I mean, if you have machines, some machines are arguably better than other ones because the machines, for example, let's say you're doing like a chest press machine. Sometimes the adjustments on like the seat or the handles can be just like weird. Like this is not in a biomechanically efficient position. So it's like, I put more stress on my shoulders. So I would say there are machines better than other ones. But for the most part, most places are pretty outfitted for enough equipment that you can definitely get in a good exercise. It doesn't even anything fancy. Dumbbells, barbells. Yeah.
Okay. This question is when to change a fitness program. I think I'm going to change this to be like, when do I know an exercise or a program of exercises is not working for me?
Let's say you're doing a 5-day split and every single day you're doing 6 exercises. So in total, you've got 30. I'm just giving roundabout numbers.
Yeah.
If you're saying to change the exercises that you're doing, if you shouldn't have to change all of them. If you change all of them and you're doing a really bad program to start, you want to make minor changes over time. And the way that you know something is not working a lot of times isn't directed towards the exercises you're doing. I would say most of the time, depending on your goals, it's based on what you're eating or sleeping like. So the question is dependent on what is your goal. So if you were to say,
you think I'm sorry, I did cut you off,
that's probably not good.
You think the outside factors are affecting the exercise and it's not the exercise's fault for not being effective. Is that basically what you're saying?
Well, it depends on your goal. So let's say that your goal is weight loss, pretty common one. If your goal is weight loss and you're not seeing a result and you're exercising, it's probably not the exercises issue.
So it's like the food probably.
Food. Yes.
Intake. Yeah.
If you are trying to get stronger, food is still a factor because you need to make sure you're getting enough fuel in to get stronger. But then the exercises might be affecting you, not necessarily what you're doing, but the intensity or the rep ranges that you are doing. If you're always doing 4 sets of 10 and you never change it to 4 sets of 8 or 3 sets, whatever, going down to doing reps of 5s and 6s, then you're probably not going to get that much stronger. You have to change it in that way.
Fair enough. Are rest days important? You've kind of answered this, but go for it.
Are rest days important? Yeah. I mean, you got.
And then how frequent should it be?
I think this is a frustrating part about people asking questions about training, but then also getting the answers. Because when I answer this question, I can't give you a one finite answer.
I know.
Which on certain stuff, yes, I can give you, this is the answer. This is what you have to do. Something like this, it depends on a certain number of variables.
Yeah.
The variables include what's your fitness level, what's your age, what are you doing on those workout days, what are you eating, how are you sleeping. There's so many variables. To say a finite answer is tricky, but to generalize it, even the most fit people in the world, they're going to have at least one rest day. Okay. And when I say rest, and I think this became popular through CrossFit, not to roast CrossFit again, is it doesn't need to be active recovery. That's the most annoying thing. I'm going to go on a hike on my rest day. No, your rest day, you need to sit on your butt and do nothing. That is your rest day, especially if you're super active. So yeah, in
There's
general,
the best answer.
1 to 2 rest days. You don't need to go. I mean, yeah, you need to get some walking in for the day. It doesn't mean sit on the couch for the entire day and just be a couch goblin. But you definitely need to
That's
go out,
me.
like walk. Yeah,
Man, I love the couch.
yeah, I know what you mean. Be a couch goblin, but yeah, that's the answer. 1 to 2 times a week is the best way to put it. That's where you need rest days.
There you go. There's the answers to your questions that you Googled at home. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you again soon.
I'm gonna have you Google every episode now, and I'm gonna have a jingle in the background that goes, Cole is Googling, Cole is Googling, Google, like something.
I like that.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen.
We need
All
jingles.
right. Have a good week. Have a good 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. We'll see when you see you. Bye.